tax of HK property?
I totally agree with you, Barbara. We want a viewer to understand. We want a Ugandan in the marketplace who would love to acquire a condominium apartment. We want you to understand one thing. Do condominium apartment cater for your safety and health post construction? When you are the purchaser of this condominium, are you guaranteed of safety? Now, a case study of HK Properties tonight is going to show us how most of these things have been done. Remember, construction plays a very vital role in the economy. Most economists write about it, and they say that it is the driver of economic growth. Barbara, do you agree with that?
I totally agree with it, and I want you guys to know that it's not just having a structure here. Is it safe? Is it legit? If it's part of the economy, we get to do good, legit construction projects within the country.
And definitely considering the fact that construction, it has a wide range of activities, because it provides, for example, housing for the end users like the condo purchasers. It provides, employment to the same skill, to the skilled, to the unskilled on construction sites. Definitely, that Barbara requires, to me, that is a high and frequent risk for such people, especially the people who just come and buy, or the people who are working on these construction sites.
And we understand real estate and construction, it's not a cheap venture. It's a very expensive venture, but is it worth it? Is there value for money? Is it the thing that you know that you'll hold and it's safe for many and many years to come?
Yes, for such and more of such discussions, please right now, you could kindly follow us on all our social media platforms, that is Property Hour UG, so that you do not miss such. And all this wonderful information is brought to us by HK Properties Uganda. Now, this is a leading condominium developer in Uganda that is specializing in spacious yet affordable apartments in very many areas of Kampala.
And we are on this project which will make sure that we won't just come and give you a finished product and tell you it's safe. Safety begins with the initiation of the project. Let's take you to the real gist of construction at Lulu Residence in Munyonyo. Catch us there.
Lulu Residency in Munyonyo is the latest apartmentalized project by HK Properties. This state-of-the-art residency that has stepped the architecture scale in Uganda has 2 to 3 bedroomed apartments at modest rents. Scheduled payments can be arranged to fit your budget. For more information or booking, please call 0758 274 389. Viola and Barbara bring you the expert opinion on the Property Hour.
Welcome to the expert opinion here at Property Hour. And today we are talking about health and safety when it comes to construction of condominiums. What do these people consider, especially knowing that we have out there buyers who want to use that for years and years? And what's so important right now is want to introduce the very, very big topic, the very important part of construction, safety of the building. We have engineer Chironde Dennis who is going to take us through what do they consider for the safety of the building. Welcome, Dennis, to this show.
Thank you, Barbara, and thank you for this opportunity.
You can tell us what you do here on this construction site and at HK Properties.
Here at HK Properties, on this particular site, I'm the site engineer here, and I take care of the works so that at the end of the day we have a good product that our clients would like to enjoy and stay in for their lifetime. I
would want to know, since you really want clients to enjoy this for a lifetime, safety is a huge part of construction or designing to come up with such. How do you engage in trying to make sure the building is safe right from the design stage?
Yeah, right from the design stage, of course, as you see, given where the site is, we usually do tests first on the soils where we're going to put our structure. So we carry out geotechnical tests, geotechnical investigation tests. This one which they help us give us the capacity of the soils, bearing capacity of the soils.
So you have to test the soil to make sure they are they have that bearing capacity. Yeah,
so that when we design our foundations, the soils can take up the building.
Take me on from knowing the bearing capacity of the soil. How do you now come up with, say that now this is the right bars or the right things for this building?
Yeah, of course, we do a frame analysis of the whole structure. We exert the forces which are going to be taken up by the structure, right from the roof up to the foundation. So when we get all those loads, because we consider the wind loads, the earthquake, the live loads, the dead loads. So after doing that frame analysis, then we can be able to design the foundations given the bearing capacity of the soils which we've gotten from the tests.
With such building, they usually this rooftop where people always have parties and what. Wouldn't you care of the fact that the usage of the building is very paramount in actually trying to make sure you design the right structure for partying?
Yeah, of course, all that is taken into consideration, because at the end of the day you want to use your building as you wish. So we cater for all those and make sure that the building is safe for occupancy and for doing any particular activity you wish.
So we are here at your construction site and we see, concrete columns, we see reinforcements, we see formwork. How do you ensure that what you have actually designed on the plan is exactly what is done on this site?
Yeah, of course, starting from the inception of construction, after we've carried out, when the design is done, and now we're going to the execution of the project on site, of course, we carry out supervision. Supervision whereby we do routine supervision, both. Even the town engineers come and also inspect. So we do regular checks.
KCC also comes and inspects.
Yeah, KCC also comes to check, and we also do the checks. So we have a structural engineer also who also does the checks here. So whenever we are going to do like any particular phase, we do thorough checks, and we also do site meetings.
So what kind of checks do you do? What kind of checks do you do to make sure that actually the building is sound?
Yeah, we carry out a material test. For example, on concrete, we can do the cube tests, we do slump tests. Then we also do tests on the steel that we are using. We also do compaction tests. For example, if we have compacted, we have to do field density tests. So all these help us achieve.
I want to also understand, like, when you're doing these tests, what are you trying to find out? Like, for example, I would understand maybe the concrete test is you're trying to achieve, the highest strength of to make sure that actually the highest strength of the building is being provided. Tell me more about, why you do these tests.
Now we do these tests because during design, there are parameters you consider when you are designing. So you do the test so that you can be able to achieve the parameters which you used in the design. So if they are giving you the exact one, which means your building is safe.
You make sure that when you're doing tests, the bars are the right bars
Yes, you design.
They carry the strength you assigned it to,
yes.
And the concrete carries the same strength you designed it to, so that actually people out there can be secure in themselves and know this building is actually very safe to use. And I cannot wait to see how you progress on to very many levels to be able to be confident, that this structure is very, very safe for the users eventually. I want to talk about safety. There's also, safety around the site, safety for the people that work here. How do you deal with that when you're doing construction? Yeah,
during construction, our workers, we ensure that we have PPEs which are protective gears like helmets. They can have the gumboots. So then we also ensure that we have first aid boxes in cases of any accidents. So all these, and we also have weekly briefings regarding health and safety. So all these help us as we move, so that to prevent accidents on site. To prevent the risks of accidents, yes,
on site. Yeah, because I believe that right here at HK should be taking care not just safety for the eventual users, but also safety for each and every person who is on this site. That's wonderful to know. And from this discussion, I understand that it's paramount to keep that design very specific, so that in actual construction, people execute exactly what was designed, because at the end of that day we want to ensure safety on structures. Now at HK here, it's so interesting that while they are working at the columns, you wonder, if it's condominium, you go one level to the next level, how do you ensure that the person who occupies the lower floor does not hear, for example, noise, or any leakages from the upper floor?
Of course, now our slabs, most of them, like in the washrooms, the bathrooms, we do sunken slabs. They are stepped, and we do solid slabs compared to other areas where we do the ribbed slab or the hollow.
So on this site, you only use solid slabs?
Yeah, we use solid slabs for the wet areas, and we also do waterproofing on them. And then also in the balconies, we also step the balcony from living room to the balcony so that water does not spill over into the sitting. So this helps, and we also drain it. We drain the water so that it easily goes away from the building.
Because now I would want to understand on any level, the user, there is water flowing, there can be also rain from another, from weather and the like. So how do you always continue ensuring that that drainage is smooth right on the buildings and even around?
Yeah, of course, now from the building, as we talk, we do waterproofing. We slope the water so that it goes into the pipe away. These pipes which take away water from up coming down, they're not within the building. We put them outside. So as compared now, like when you look around, you find where some of the pipes are put into columns. And
which is not good.
Yeah, which is not good and compromises the strength of the column. So what we do here at HK, we ensure that the structure is firm and robust, and we don't want to compromise anything.
So you have to make sure that the water is not in any way engaged with the structure.
Yeah, it's not engaged in the structure. So we just do boxing around the building so that the drainage easily goes away from the building.
Well, how do you do it? What kind of pipes do you use? How do you make sure all this is clear and cut?
Yeah, well, of course we use high density pipes, PVC pipes. We use the 8-inch. Normally, most sites they use 6-inch, but here we ensure that we use 8-inch, which give us which are good quality, and they ensure they are durable enough.
I can also imagine the size, a bigger size, make sure that water just flows through with ease, with no instance of it getting stuck anywhere.
Yeah, of course, water easily flows through if it's big. And also these ducts which we create outside, which take out this water, ensure us that we do it is easy to maintain them in case of any blockage, compared to the ones maybe which can be put in the columns.
How do you deal with it then eventually that it's off the building?
Of course, off the building, we have a drainage system where we connect. Now the foul drainage, of course, goes to the septic. Actually here we're using a biodigester. So the water coming from the foul drainage goes into the biodigester. So and this helps us the environment, as in we take good care of the environment. The biodigester is very good at that.
And that's very interesting, and that because I also believe if it's a clean building, if drainage is perfect, that means it's healthy to live within this structure. It's healthy and very safe, knowing that the structure is strong. I also understand that health and safety doesn't just stop with making sure that designs are constructed the way they are, but what does our finished product look like? What does the user get to enjoy when such buildings are done? And with my co-host Viola and the director of HK Properties, they are ready to take you to a finished product where you'll understand, safety is very huge, especially for our end users. Let's go for a commercial break, and after we'll be joined by Viola, my co-host and the director of HK Properties.
Lulu Residency in Munyonyo is the latest apartmentalized project by HK Properties. This state-of-the-art residency that has tipped the architecture scale in Uganda has 2 to 3 bedroomed apartments at modest rents. Scheduled payments can be arranged to fit your budget. For more information or booking, please call 0758 274 389. Property Trends.
So, welcome Viola to HK Properties.
Thank you,
This is
crew.
Amber Residency. We are at Muenga Plaza. We are in our 3-bedroom apartment. This project was done in 2015 and we sold this particular project at only 275 million.
Wait a minute. Krish, as I was coming here, this environment is quite cool. It is that posh environment, and you're telling me that you sold out a unit at UGX 275 million?
Yes, exactly.
Wow. So Krish, just a minute, because I would love to relate something to that price. What are the unique functions of this house? The functionality in detail.
So what we are really proud of over here is the space that we provide, okay? Because there's a lot of debate going on these days about affordability, that cheap prices can only be affordable, but we are not longer that. The word affordability has a lot of definitions. Basically what we are proud of is the value for money that you get at HK Properties. So for example, this house is 130 square meters carpet, 145 square meter build-up, and we sold it at 297 million.
Wow.
Now the clients here are enjoying a rent of $600
Per month?
per month
And even more than that?
if you furnish your apartment. This apartment is right now the apartment you are in is semi-furnished.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but it's a basic furnishing that is enough to fetch you a rent of 600.
So that means you have both semi-furnished and the furnished ones.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's wonderful, Krish. However, recently you were awarded as the most outstanding condominium developer as far as design is concerned. Because to me, I believe anything beautiful, anything functional starts with the design.
Definitely.
How are you doing this?
We have a team of architects, in-house architects, okay, and what we basically do is we as a developer have long discussions with them before we launch any project. We see each and every aspect and each and every corner and each and every corner of functionality for that particular project. So the award that we got was for Lulu Residency Munyonyo. And it was the best architectural design for 2021.
It is.
Yes.
It is. I love everything about it. I love the balconies. I love
Definitely.
how everyone has to get to their level while they are driving through. I mean, it's beautiful.
Thank you very much.
And now, kindly, dear viewer, we are going to have a walkthrough in one of the apartments at Amber Residency so that you can confirm for yourself how HK is beating every other person on the marketplace with wonderful designs. But do not forget that at HK, you can be able to afford both pre-construction and construction apartments. Not to go away, as Krish is going to tell us more about that. Okay, it's now time for Krish to take us through the walkthrough at HK Properties.
So, what you see here, Viola, you are in the living space. You have a dining space here with an open concept kitchen. This is standard for all our projects. So basically what we are trying to do today is we are showing you a standard layout at HK Properties. Depending on different locations, the size may vary or the functionality might change depending on the need of that particular location. So for this project, we have the dining space here, we have the living space here, then you have a good size balcony the other side.
Yeah, sure.
Alright? Then when you come to the kitchen, so you see how well the kitchen is really planned.
Yeah, I can see.
You have your space for your cooker here, you have space for your fridge.
Basically, you allocate for the final user where they're supposed to be, not getting into a kitchen and I'm like, okay, where do I place my cooker? Where do I
No,
put my fridge?
that comes with planning.
Yeah.
And part of the process is also to plan your entire house. From where, because if you, let's say that if you change the location of the fridge, then you don't have the socket to support the fridge.
It can't work, it can't
Yes.
function.
Then we have what you see here is what you call a dryer.
What is the usage of this dryer?
So you put your washing machine here, you can dry your clothes from here. We know that in Uganda we have a culture of using jiko. So to cook matoke, you can use this space without getting too much inside the house.
Wow, lovely. How about the bedrooms, accommodation and all that?
The one thing that is really unique to HK is that we try See, the market practice here is that each a 3-bedroom apartment usually comes with 2 bathrooms.
Yes.
So master bedroom is self-contained, and there are 2 common bedrooms sharing 1 common bathroom.
Okay.
But we at HK are trying to break this trend. What we've come up right now is that we have 2 master bedrooms self-contained, 1 common bedroom, 1 common bathroom.
Wow, are you doing this here at Amber or?
Exactly, it starts with Amber.
Wow, take us through.
So what you have here is the common bedroom. You can see it's quite spacious enough.
Yeah, sure.
We're talking about almost 16 or 18 square meters.
Absolutely.
Inside with the wardrobe, you have enough space to put a queen size bed here. And this is your first master bedroom.
Wow.
Which is self-contained.
So this is self-contained.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. You can see that the tiling that we do, we get these tiles specially for our projects. These are unique tiles. You will not see a repetition of this design anywhere else in the market.
We're trying to play a unique part.
Yes, actually we are trying to get certain unique features so that our project stands out.
Okay, apart from Lulu, which we just saw on our expert opinion, and on the Amber where we are, what other projects are you doing, or you're only doing this and call it quits for the market?
Not really. We are blessed with 2 other projects, which is Cardinal Residency, where we are going next. After that we have Sapphire at Mutungo, which is a 34 apartment project.
Is this like the Mutungo famous hill that we hear of, looking at the other hills of Kampala?
Definitely. Unfortunately, that project is also sold out.
Okay, so what do we have on the market?
So we are planning to start another project of 56 apartments soon next year, which is called Emerald Residency, still at Mutungo.
Wow.
Now, as I said, that project by project we keep upgrading ourselves.
Absolutely. So how do you get to these locations? Because they're so close to the town and everything. What is your reason behind all this?
See, what we want to do is we are trying to target really high-end locations, but we are trying to be within our price range. Because if you see my houses in Munyonyo, which are my 3-bedroom is at 305 million, my 2-bedroom is at 305 million, my 3-bedroom is 405. Okay. The closest competitor to me in Munyonyo is somewhere about 550 million for a 3-bed.
Wow.
So you can already see that
still the same range, giving a very good product. Yes. So to me, Krish, what I get from you, what you're trying to explain to a viewer right now, affordability also is in terms of saving time. It's not necessarily about the price, because if I'm going to be able to run from Mutungo, run from Muyenga right here, and I'm at my workplace, then I'm at back home, I am saving time, and that's an affordable product.
Yeah, you're saving time, you're having a better lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because if you're working in town, let's take an example of a location like Kira or Gayaza, or even what is the new location, Sonde, I think so. So the time somebody needs to leave Sunday at about 5 to report to work at 8.
Drop a child at school, go to work.
Exactly.
Perhaps even 4 a.m.
Yes, and somebody who stays in our projects closer to town can leave office, can leave home at 7 and still.
I'll enjoy my sleep till 7 a.m.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I love all this about HK World and HK Properties, and something that from your measures, so that at least we have safety and health, and this kind of product that you've just explained. Honestly speaking, I think you're doing a great job, because the fact is that we still have a housing deficit in Uganda, and from what HK Property is doing, I can assure us tonight, I can make a public statement that HK is one of the players that are trying to make sure that this gap is filled.
Alright, so we'll continue with the tour.
Yes.
So as I said, that now this is the common bathroom.
Wow. So this common bathroom is shared by every other person.
By the guest and the common bedroom.
Oh, so when a guest comes in here, they don't necessarily have to go to go into a bedroom to get into the washroom area. Exactly. They have a common area where they will use and go back to the living room and perhaps leave the house at the end of the day. Okay.
Now you're in the
it could get to even USD 1,000 per month. Please do not hesitate to check out HK Properties. Check on the website and the numbers displayed on the screen, so that you can reach out to them and be able to obtain yourself a condominium apartment. And now what is trending on the marketplace is Canelian, a project of HK Properties right here where I am. They are trying to make sure that the specialty is in space. Look at this, our balcony, and it is wide enough for you just to have a chilling place, you know, to do all the other things that you could do on a balcony at your home. Just do not hesitate to look out for HK Properties, and very soon we are going to bring you the total completion of this project, and it is going to be showing all the details and the functionality that you would love to know in a condo apartment. And now we come to the end of our show tonight, but there are very many key points for us to note tonight, especially from the case study as taken from HK Properties. Barbara,
You know, it's so paramount that you consider health and safety issues in all your constructions, pre-construction, even post-construction, because you're taking care of all kinds of people, from your workers to the end users of this product.
you see, tonight I would love to caution at least most of the housing developers in Uganda, kindly pick a leaf from what you just learned tonight from HK Properties, because it's not a matter of developing, dear user, it's not a matter of buying. Please cross-check and see whether your post-construction, you as a user, is safe before you actually engage into buying this property.
And you know, there are rules and regulations regarding to the health and safety of constructions in Uganda. Take note, take interest to know the laws regarding to that area or part of construction. And
now every Saturday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. you cannot afford to miss such and more right here on the Property Hour. Till next time.